Greetings in the divine name of His Imperial Mother Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, King Alpha, and I divine Mother Empress Menen, Queen Omega, and I the children of Jah Rastafari, representing for the Ankh Nation family. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Jah. Greetings once and one. Once again, give thanks for lending ears, so I can articulate Rastafari. This is a follow-up in relation to the Hebrew Israelites, them foundation. So, recapping from the first vibration, I mentioned about Noah, and I identify them as another and aggressive, recessive people coming out of the Caucasus Mountain, where in them biblical story, them said the Ark land in Ararat, read the Noah story. And out of that, Noah him cursed him grandson, Canaan, to be a slave to Shem and Japheth. Now, I is indicators I work with, and I try to get a fullness upon the people them what them call the Hebrew people them and the Hebrew Israelite people them. Because I recognize certain characteristics and certain behavior pattern the Hebrew Israelites the Hebrew Israelites towards as from the Ankh Nation African continent. You know what I mean? Popularly known as Africa. No. So I identify, say, when Noah cursed Canaan, the curse of Canaan is them earmark Canaan for the conquest because the rest of the black spaces them was too strong at the time for them. So them Canaan, them identify Canaan as the weakest. I'm going to show you another indicator why I say certain things. Now, this identification indicator come within the description of the sons of Cush. And in Genesis 10, verse 8. And it says, and Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Out of that went forth Asher, the builder of Nineveh. Now, like I said, I look for indicators within the scripture, within these people them call. So when they mention that Nimrod is a mighty hunter, this is the indicator for I for sure say Babel, Mesopotamia, these are the Mesopotamian region. When them come off of the ark, or them come across into the Caucasus, come from the Caucasus Mountain, come down in the Afro-Asiatic space, them recognize Mesopotamia, Sumer at the time was too strong for them conquer it. So them identify that, or them indicate that them use Nimrod as the mighty hunter to show the strength. And Nimrod is the son of Cush. Therefore, Nimrod must be black. So them recognize Sumer and them places are too strong for them. So them identify Canaan for conquer. Moving right along now, them next progenitor is them father Abraham. Now them say father Abraham him come from out Aran, which is actually Mesopotamia, Iraq today, and they make him away from Aran and come down in a Canaan. And when they reach in a Canaan, again, for them God identify Canaan for be the inheritance for female generation. But at the time, him wasn't strong enough yet. So there comes a time when them have famine in the land, and this is why me use indicators again for sure say white people them. Here's the next indicator for I and I. When him come enter and left from Canaan and them claims to the famine, Fame God never tell him to go to Egypt, but nonetheless him end up in Egypt. And before him enter in Egypt, this is way him said to him wife, which is Sarah. This is another indicator of them whiteness. Chapter 12:11. And it came to pass when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai, his wife, Behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass when the Egyptian shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. Now, a whole heap of questions I and I have to ask, but the important right there so is the fear, again indicating whiteness. We have to find the definition. What is fear? In the definition of the dictionary. And then fish indicate say why and I are priest. So they are not an aggressive, recessive people. Alright. Dictionary. The term fair skin historically refer to pale or light skin tones, often associated with certain beauty standard. The opposite of fair in this context would be dark. So indicating right this is so Abraham, when it describes Sarah as being fair, it represents pale. Right? And I know say pale mean white. All right. So in that regards now, it indicates Sarah right, therefore, and Sarah Abraham by for them acknowledgement say them a brother and sister. With them father named Terah. So therefore, if Sarah right is fierce, presume Abraham is white also. Coming from them and them coming from all of them are coming from a geographical space of Aran, which is Iraq, Mesopotamia, up in them region there. Now, and out of that, them come down in Egypt. And when them come in Egypt now, you indicate already when I read where implant deception. And out of that, them deceive the Pharaoh and tell them to them a brother and sister, and out of that, when the Pharaoh find out, he make amends and give them Agar. And out of that, when they impregnate Agar and birth Ishmael, and when them find out that Sarah pregnant, the both of them decide Agar have to go and Ishmael have to go. Again, showing again them disdain for blackness. Them only utilize blackness when it's necessary for them or when they need black people. Hence Agar for continuing bloodline. But as soon as them find us a Sarah, in white woman, and continue them pure whiteness through Isaac, them get rid of Ishmael, who would have been the inheritor, because Ishmael is the firstborn. By for them tradition and custom, him supposed to inherit everything. So them get rid of him. So again, indication again for I and I looking at these people, but they want I and I to believe that they are special people, which is Abraham. So therefore, this is why I and I declare, say, Father Abraham cannot be I and I father. And then the story moving right along. Now we move to Isaac begot. When Isaac them send for a bride, which is Rebecca, in a Aran again. From him uncle Nahor. And out of him get him cousin, which is Rebecca. And Rebecca again indicating again, them send back, like I said, them send back home for a pure bloodline. A woman which at the time indicating again, just indicate and I use speculative reasoning, because we can't prove these things, because the Bible, enough of the things in the Bible we can't really prove, but using intuitive and analytical, I and I come to certain conclusion, and like I say, indicators to me, the Noah people, them, the northern aggressive recessive people, them, these nomadic people will come down in the Afro-Asiatic space and take them time and infiltrate. And Abraham is a part of the infiltration. And this is now moving on to his son, Isaac, and Isaac get Rebecca. Them send all the way back from Aran. Because Abraham already makes stipulation and guidelines or them social interaction, and one time declaration, they must not interbreed with the Canaanites. Why they must not interbreed with the Canaanites? Because the Canaanites them black and them white, and the only way them can preserve them white is to interbreed amongst themselves. So if you notice, Abraham and Phem's sister have youth, and likewise Isaac will have youth with them cousin again, so them keep it inbred to preserve them whiteness in a black space. Canaan at that time is a black land declarated from Noah cursing Canaan because of what him say I'm do. So therefore, if I'm black, Canaan black, and all we know say I'm black, them never say I'm black, you know. It's the land space where them assign to Am and his children, which is Cush, Mitzrayim, Put. All of these lands are black spaces currently. Cush, Nubia, Ethiopia, Egypt, all of this historical evidence already proves that these spaces are black spaces. So these are the infiltrators, and these northern, aggressive, recessive people infiltrate, and them, like I say again, them take them time, different groups of them go out and conquer the Afro-Asiatic space and take it over. But this specific group where you call the Hebrew Israelites, them, for them assignment, them assign themselves for conquer Canaan. Because that is the part where them desire for themselves out of the black lands. So that moving right along now to Rebecca and Isaac got Esau and Jacob, them have twins. And now Jacob end up getting a wife named Rachel from him uncle named Laban. Now, this is another indicator for I and I again when we are talking about Laban. Now, Laban is another indicator for I and I read these Hebrew Israelites and them whiteness. I'll show you where I get that indication here from. Because when I just jump on settings and just the Metaphysics Bible Dictionary. So in the Metaphysics Bible Dictionary, this is how it describes Laban. Laban, Hebrew, white, clean, pure, gentle, clear, transparent, shining, glorious, noble. Now, again, another indicator of them whiteness. And out of that, from that now, him get Rachel. Jacob get two I'm cousin them, Rachel and Leah. And all that come about in them Bible story again with them deceptive and technology. Laban try to trick Jacob into continuous service, and out of that, Jacob find out and end up trick back Laban and almost bankrupt Laban by the spotted goat and spotted sheep him use. When I said that are the first indicator of eugenics through Jacob. And our son now we indicate them the whiteness again coming from them. So, and their treatment in relation to when them come in a black spaces, they are always negative towards black people. Black people only serve purpose when they need them. And this may talk about the Hebrew Israelites them in the Bible, and as well as in a modern times where we're talking about white people. So this is why I and I indicate and I point out now and I show forth say the Hebrew Israelites them we are running at about say them are Hebrew Israelites. I indicate for sure say if you not read on the Bible properly and I use historical relevance and observation and drawing correlation, it's clear to see that these people in the Bible were called Hebrews and Israelites are descendants of white people. So therefore, if you identify as Hebrew Israelites, you identify as white. You white people, and you say, according to phone argument, is that on a progenitor, you must come out of the progeny and a father. So therefore, whatever your father is, that's what is you are. And therefore, you have to stop come on social space and in a public space and not curse white people. Because if you are curse white people and you identify as Hebrew Israelites, ultimately you curse yourself. If I may show you the pattern of these Hebrew Israelites against I and I as the Ankh Nation family, and their action towards us is always negative. So we're going to seal it upon that and we continue. And then we're going to go into why the ideology of these Hebrews Israelites come from, them foundation. Once again, know that Rastafari is yours. Rastafari is Caribbean African unity. Jah Rastafari without apology. Sealer.